We're live. We're live. So, we are live at the Branson City RV Park in beautiful Branson, Missouri. So, I was going to do this video outside today because, first of all, the sun was supposed to be outside. Second of all, it's supposed to be like almost 50 degrees. It is. It's 43 degrees and it's cloudy and we saw the sunshine for 5 minutes. So that said, not doing the video outside because sometimes I just want to give a change of scenery, but not doing that today. So anyway, I was going to talk to you about a couple things, but I want to tell you something. Yesterday I went to the grocery store, and this would be the Country Mart on the Branson 248. So they have been clearancing out their liquor section for probably close to a month now. And I'm not sure. I keep hearing like they're going to redo their liquor section. I don't know. So it's just like randomly they will just like deep discount stuff. Anyway, we have, because truth be told, we have backed off on drinking beer. So we are drinking wine, red wine, and we were drinking, oh, I have some stuff in there for like a gin and tonic, but I really haven't even had that. So anyway, I had seen a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon for $3.33 yesterday, and I got super excited because I was like, I looked at the label and it said Napa Valley, and I'm a wine snob, so I drink California wine. I'm not a fan, typically, of Argentina wine, Chile wine, New Zealand wine, Australian wine. I just think it's got a different flavor, and I don't particularly care for it. However, so I picked up this one bottle, and I was like, awesome. Brought it home. I started reading the label a little bit more carefully, and I learned, hey, Heather. Heather's kind of heard this story because I was messaging her about it earlier. So the Chile wine is what I'm talking about, Heather. So that said, I got really mad, and I'm like, I wish I would have read the label better, or I wouldn't have wasted $3.33 on Chile wine. And Don looked at me funny and started laughing. He goes, why? I said, because it's not going to be any good. I go, that's typically what it is. Anyway, we opened it up, we tried it. And I was also like, are you kidding me? It doesn't even have a cork. It's got like a screw-on cap. Like, I'm all about tradition, and I used to make wine. I used to make wine in 45-gallon barrels. I used to ask my family, like, 10 years ago, I had an operation going, and we had some wine flowing. So anyway, I was like, this is going to be crappy wine. But actually, it didn't. It actually turned out to be pretty good. So I sent Don back to the grocery store today. And I said, clear the shelf. Because we need... Hey, Heather, I see you're high now. So clear the shelf because we need our antioxidants. And he came home. And I guess the lady at the counter like saw all the bottles of wine. And she gave him a 10% discount on top of the $3.33. So I had to find a place to store the wine in the campers. I was going to show you where I ended up storing it. This is funny. There's my wine cabinet, I guess. That's what I call my wine cabinet. Look at all this wine. Oh, and Heather, here's the brand. It's called, well, we already texted that. It was like Pepperwood Grove. Pepperwood Grove. So anyway, we definitely don't have a shortage of wine. So there you go. Now that being said, I wanted to talk about the biscuits for a minute, and I see Tammy's on now. Hey Tammy, I see you. I'm putting my phone back. All right. So that said, I wanted to talk about flour today because I have tried to bake with flour and trying to be gluten-free, and it has been very difficult. First of all, I'm not the greatest baker. Second of all, I've learned with certain flours, they just don't work very well. And I felt like this flour that I used last night is probably the best one so far that I've used in baking that it worked. I know it's not gluten-free, but it's the best that I could get without getting all wrapped up in processed flour and all those things. So Heather, you're going to try that tonight. Yes. Yeah, try that wine. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of, I'm a California red wine person. That said, this one I was definitely fine with it. I don't normally drink cabs. I'm usually a Pinot Noir red and a Pinot Grigio white. So that's my taste. That said, okay, so I'm going to show you almond flour first. I have a little bit of this left. I've cooked with it before. It's gluten-free. And Tammy, you can watch the replay. And I'll tell you my story. Don't judge me because I like wine. Jesus made lots of wine. In fact, he made it for like thousands and hundreds of people for a wedding. So anyway, almond flour. I've baked with this before. I like almond flour because it's really, really fine. And it is gluten-free for baking. However, it will make you feel like you ate a bunch of saltine crackers, I've noticed. The flavor's good, but it's dry. Like, it makes your mouth parch. So I've made muffins with them. I like the muffins. Dawn doesn't like the muffins. So if I make my muffins that I've shared my recipe before, I will use almond flour for myself. This is by far, the least likely one you're going to want to use for hormone balance. And I've had this one forever. This is just your all-purpose bleached flour. I mean, this stuff's been processed. It's been altered. It's got ascorbic acid. It's got niacin. It reduced iron, thiamine, mononitrate, dotone, like DOH-tone, like TONE, which in parentheses it says an enzyme for improved baking, riboflavin, and floric acid. Don't use this. It's got words I can't pronounce, and it's all got crap in it, so don't use this one. I need to throw this one away. In fact, I'm going to throw it away right now. Taking my binder clip, and I'm throwing it in the trash. It's in the trash. I have tried whole wheat flour. I would wonder about you if I didn't drink wine. I know. We have a wine friend. We need to have a wine party on a live one day or one night, because my nights and days get all turned around. But we need to have a wine and like bring everybody in on one big live, and everybody show your bottle of wine and like taste it and like give us like our flavor tones and recommendations. That's what we need. Everyone get their favorite wine. We'll do a live. We'll just go around in a big old live circle and talk about our wines. I think it'd be great. So anyway, I tried this 100% whole wheat flour one time, and I'm mad because I have this whole bag. I was trying to make a pizza crust out of it, and this is whole grain hard red wheat. If somebody has a recipe that I can use with this stuff, please let me know, because I remember trying to use it and everything fell apart. Nothing would stick together. And I know it's not gluten-free, but it is a non-GMO product. This didn't work for me. Not good at all. Also, so this is the flour that I use. This was Arrowhead Mills. This is an organic, all-purpose flour, unbleached. It's a non-GMO USDA organic flour. This is what I used to make the biscuits. This worked. I know it's not gluten-free. However, with all the ingredients that I had making those biscuits, if I would have went and got a Pillsbury, James, what's up? What up, James? If I would have had to go buy the Pillsbury in a can, I would have been looking at so many dang preservatives in that can. You saw the ingredients that I put in the biscuits, and I found the recipe online. I just adjusted it for what I had, and it turned out fantastic. Now, gluten-free, if you got some allergies with gluten, no, you're probably not going to want to have to do this. But if you are a baker and you're just trying to make some things better and not sacrifice taste, this would be my choice. This will be my go-to for, if I want to make my homemade pizza crust, if I want to make, I'll try to do the almond flour, but truth be told, almonds are fantastic for women, okay? For men, they just react a little bit differently. It's not that they're bad, but for men, anything with almond, really, if they're trying to boost their testosterone, they need to steer clear of almonds. So almond flour, I'll use it for me. He won't touch it. This was great. This made my biscuit. I have one biscuit left. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on a second. I found it. Okay, so we have one biscuit left, and it doesn't feel like a rock today. it's been sitting on the counter. So pardon the crumbs because it didn't get eaten. The picture I used was the picture from the recipe. So because I didn't have time to like get my parchment paper out, like make perfect circles, I was just like drop and go, drop and go. We got to get this done. We haven't eaten yet today. We've been fasting. We need to eat. Let's make them but biscuits. So anyway, I'm late. You're oh, Miss A. I hope she's doing better. I hope she's having a good day today, Jamie, because she needs a good day. Jamie is a caretaker for an elderly woman who has dementia pretty bad, and she's been in the hospital. Not Jamie, but Miss A. But Miss A is now home, recovering. She had, I don't know if it was pneumonia, but she had some really bad respiratory issues. But we pray for her. All right, so here's my biscuit. And so I'm going to open up my biscuit. It still looks pretty light and fluffy on the inside. And that's the biscuit. And I just dropped some crumbs. But anyway, I was shocked because they actually turned out better. And if I would go back and do it again, I would have made more buttermilk because the recipe actually said to pour more buttermilk over the biscuits. And that would help, I guess, with the buttery flavor, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, I'm not a master baker. I like to bake at times, and there's certain things that I make. If it's easy, I'll do it. If it's complicated, this girl's out. So this is where all my recipes come from. The only time I truly measure my ingredients is in baking, because it really needs to be on or you're not going to make it right. And I'm smart enough to know that. So anyway, I was going to show you one other thing. So we're making the organic ribs again. And there's my barbecue sauce. So, like, I actually use what I make. This cloud on the bottom is not mold. It's some kind of, it's had something to do with the glass. Like, I don't know if it's, like, been in a dishwasher and it clouded it up, but it's not a fungus. It's just part of the jar right now. I don't know what the deal is. Jamie, the biscuit recipe's on the post from today. You can copy it, and it'll be in the recipe book. So, if you don't get it now, you'll get it later. So really, that's all I had today. I've got to go back to work tomorrow. I was just going to talk to you about flours. Real quick, gluten. Gluten is a man-made substance that is put in breads and pastries and things like that to hold ingredients together. It has no nutritional value whatsoever, and all it serves as a purpose is to hold things together. That's it. Well, people over the years have developed, an allergy to it or whatever. Well, I mean, it doesn't shock me. It's man-made. It's not natural in the natural world. So, I know that's like when you're trying to find a gluten-free baking product like flour, then that almond flour for me has worked the best. I know people have used coconut flour. Coconut flour, I quit using because it's so hard to keep that together too. It's a very difficult one to use, I think. So, I guess just some food for thought. Biscuits, flours, gluten. Gluten will just cause inflammation a little bit. So that's why I said, you're not going to want to make this recipe every day. But you get a hankering for biscuits one night, you want to make biscuits and gravy or whatever. This is just an alternative to improve something that could potentially just cause even more inflammation. And I did not wake up today feeling bloated or anything like that. So it seemed to process okay in my system. Alright guys, I'm going to hop off of here. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and a wonderful day. I work tomorrow. Not sure what's on the game cards this weekend. I'm supposed to go. I have a friend of mine who's turning 40 also. We're supposed to go throw axes up in Springfield. There's a place up there. So my friend Heidi, I don't know if Heidi or Janie ever catch my videos. I need to ask them, but I work out with them at the gym. And Janie's turning 40, so we're supposed to go up Sunday and throw axes because that's what Ozarks women do. We throw axes and celebrate a new decade. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.